Man, what it is, what it ain't. It's the Voices of the O, and you already know. We back for episode 12, man. Been gone for a week. A lot of basketball is always going down. Some people back at home already. A couple good games. A couple good series. And let's jump into it, man. We're going to go to the easiest one. The Nuggets and the Suns, man.
Shout out CP3. CP3 for the one time. His last game was nice. I don't hear nobody say.
37?
He's having a great playoffs for a 36-year-old man.
For sure.
I don't care what nobody say. Way better than Russ this season. I'll put it that way.
Thanks.
Just I won't say all in total like everybody be salty, which I believe it is, but CP3 is better than Russ this year.
Can I question that real quick? If you put CP3 on the Wizards, what happens?
They win 45 games.
How many did they win this year?
38.
All right. I didn't even know the question.
45 games, they make it to the playoffs. Guarantee no play-in, and they might win 2 games.
Okay.
You put Russ on the Suns, they are number 10 seed.
Whatever.
Stating the facts. That's just my opinion.
I'll give them 8.
No, but yeah. Jokic shouldn't have got ejected. Nonsense. Now they're going to try to correct the rules for the game, which I appreciate. They need to. Now, I hate to say, we're soft, yada, yada. I don't like that. But in reality, when you see things like that, you're like, yeah, it's soft.
For sure.
That's just what it is. But the Suns is hot right now. They definitely playing well together. Jay Crowder's making shots. That means they're going to probably win if he makes shots. But they have a good team, man. And I think we talked about it earlier. But if they make it to the finals, I think they have their fair chance to win it.
For sure. Alex, you got any comments on this? Since you were the one that picked the Nuggets, man.
I was not expecting them to lose like that, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that really threw me off.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened, to be honest with you. I was watching games just like the Nuggets just was getting ran. I don't know what the hell happened.
It was amazing.
I didn't expect it.
Like,
a sweep,
for real, yeah.
But like that's crazy.
Like that's serious.
And you can't. Nobody could tell me they thought Nuggets gonna get swept. Like nobody could have predicted that.
I think Nuggets good enough to win one game.
Yeah. Facts.
You have the MVP. You should win one game.
Yeah, but you have the MVP and you traded for Aaron Gordon like that was going to do something.
When you lost your guy, you had to do something. You got Austin Rivers.
Well, didn't they get Aaron before they lost them all there?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure they got him before and then he hurt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I don't. That threw me off. Well, that also brings the discussion of they should really move the MVP and do that after the playoff season
But that's why you got Finals MVP, no?
Yeah.
But do you want a playoff MVP?
I don't know. Jokic. I don't know. I feel like if you got an MVP on your player, you should damn sure probably do better than that. Like,
my thing is they should give it out earlier before the playoffs start.
Okay, that too.
They should have like a week. Okay, we're gonna name you, bam, and then you go play.
But still, though, like imagine you give somebody MVP and then they play like ass in the playoffs. I think playoffs is when it matters.
No, it's a regular season MVP.
Yeah, that's true. Most valuable player this year. I guess that's true.
Same time, you got to see KD couldn't do it by himself yesterday. LeBron couldn't do it by himself. Like, what do you expect Jokic to do?
You're right, but Jokic had good teammates.
I mean, so
a lot better than not KD's, but LeBron's cast. When old buddy got hurt and he had Matthew Dellavedova. You see what I'm saying? He came back to 3-1 with them, with that cat. Tristan Thompson was his second best player.
Well, I was talking about this year when AD got hurt and he had to carry.
No, that's true.
Nah, there's no way. KD has, but the issue I have with KD in the situation is he has supporting cast that are legitimately established good NBA players. So you can't. I feel like it's hard to hold him to the same standard as them. Like Jokic lost his best player, then everybody else. You got a rookie, you got a guy from a bad team, and some role guys. Then you got LeBron, who legitimately his teammates play like trash, like all of them. Like as soon as they lose, they're like, we're trading them all for us.
Yeah,
we trade them all for us or Dame. Just get rid of all of them. Yeah. Kyle Kuzma, KCP, all the draft picks, everybody for them.
I'm telling you, they're in win now mode.
LeBron and THT, that's about it.
If not LeBron going to Golden State.
No.
I think Steph would go to the Lakers before he'd go there. I don't know.
I'm saying.
CP3 going to retire at Phoenix, though, I think.
And you think
I believe so.
I think
they said he'll go back and then retire for
the Knicks are trying to get him for that 3-year, $100 million.
No way.
Knicks said they'd do it.
Why would he go play for the Knicks?
I mean,
he got a good system in Phoenix.
See, they
right
were
now.
there. They just needed that extra.
Yeah. But
that's another star.
Chris Paul would have to be the best player on that.
No, the issue is Julius Randle play like trash. That's my guy.
And
he needs that.
Like trash. You think CP3 would help him on that?
Like he did Devin.
D Book got buckets no matter what.
Yeah, I
though.
was finna say Julius Randle ain't Devin Booker.
Julius Randle was awesome. Julius
He's
Randle,
not Devin Booker.
Julius
bro.
Randle made me look bad. Real life. Like I was like, oh, okay, I'm all about it. And then he go out there and play like some buns. And Julius Randle, I love you, dude, but that was just a bad performance.
Play like Lakers Julius Randle.
He worse than that.
Oh wow.
My goodness. I was like, what is going on? Because make a shot.
Well,
You get paid millions of dollars making shots. What you practice on all day?
right. All I'm saying is this right now. Dame leave. Damn. Chris Paul don't win. Melo ain't gonna stay in Portland. LeBron getting CP3 and Melo in LA. I'm just telling you, he ain't playing with James Harden. He ain't playing with Kyrie. He ain't playing with KD.
You think he'll get them old heads together?
Bro, they've been wanting to do this for a minute. They just
But
been
they're
like,
75. They're the old heads of the league.
It's true, but you think CP3? All you need is a couple shooters. Carmelo is a knockdown shooter.
Carmelo was the worst defender ever. Worst ever.
You don't have to. You just Chris Paul is one of the greatest.
Come off the bench and be
Yeah.
the Kuzma like he was supposed to be.
That's facts.
Be the scorer. That's your role. Come off, shoot that motherfucker.
That's crazy.
Chris Paul and LeBron James together would be vicious though.
Would it be
the
vicious?
basketball IQ together would be.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like that Rondo and LeBron like we had, 2 years ago.
And they saying that Andre Drummond's a part of the future, so you get that big body down there. You get CP3 to set him up for certain plays to make him more valuable. Get LeBron off the ball.
Andre Drummond didn't do nothing for me.
He didn't.
So I'm just like,
Pathetic.
he came from Detroit. And everybody sucked in Detroit. The whole team.
Mm-hmm.
The whole team. Blake, obviously, they say he couldn't even dunk no more. That's how bad it was. Like, what?
Blake out here dunking like his rookie year. He trying to kill folks.
Yeah.
Oh, who did he try to kill yesterday?
I don't even know. Giannis.
Oh yeah, he tried to
Lopez.
dunk on Brooke. That was
He tried to do him like he did Kendrick Perkins back.
No goodness gracious.
It was
Kendrick can't jump at all. And Brooke jumped barely higher than him.
man.
But yeah, Phoenix doing their thing, man. The Nuggets are sad to see him go.
Nah, man. Jamal Murray will be back next year.
If they had Jamal, I probably would say they're the front runner. For real. And Gordon, this roster, all that, they'd probably be the front runner. Because Jamal's tough.
I'm saying next year it'll be a little different. Hopefully they trade Aaron Gordon. Send that man back to Orlando. Can you imagine getting traded and going
Check
back
to the
your team?
Pelicans, the worst team.
No,
Sorry.
you're crazy. Don't ever do. Don't ever treat us like we're the Houston Rockets.
That's what it is.
Man, next one on, we're gonna go to the Bucks. Man, Bucks and Nets, they tied up the series. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I like it because I want the Bucks to win anyway.
I don't want them to get swept. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, that would have been real. Giannis would have.
It was looking ugly at first.
Giannis was going to Golden State next. Something, man. I don't want everybody to get hurt. But I will say when Kyrie went down, like I told you, I'm not happy that he's hurt. I'm happy the Bucks is going to win now.
I got $50 on that. I need the Bucks to win that 50 because I lost another bet. I got to pay him 50. So
Yeah,
let's go ahead and
cancel
make
out.
that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's do that.
Fire.
But the Bucks have opportunity. The thing is, the first game. This is how I feel about the first game. They shot really bad and barely lost. Not barely, but they shot really bad, like 20% or something crazy like that. And they're a great shooting team. So if they would have just shot better, it would have been okay.
Right.
But then that second game, they just got hopped on too early, and then they just got out of hand. So now it's like, okay, even fields in a sense. So now it's just KD and Tacumbo, and then let's go from here. So
Right.
I think the Bucks got the upper hand, but it's just if Kyrie and James Harden don't play, I don't feel like they should be able to beat the Bucks.
No, if they do, somebody's leaving or getting traded. Chris Middleton might be gone.
Nah, and didn't he just get paid?
Yeah, he just got paid.
Yeah, he just got paid.
Ain't no telling.
I don't know why they paid him, but yeah, go ahead.
They paid Drew Holiday too, like 140, something like that. But
Wow.
I mean, Drew made what he called first team all defense though, so he at least had something to.
Guess that whole weight in the league where people don't play D.
man, at all. I don't know how to feel about this though. Honestly, it's just one of those things. It's like if it wasn't for Kyrie and James Harden being hurt, it'd be different. You know that for sure. So it's like what they do decent this year. They don't fire Mike Budenholzer, and maybe not beat the 76ers next round. Like it's just real weird. Like there's no even if they beat them, I'm not confident that they'll make it to the finals. I want them. That's like my pick to win the whole thing. But
Who, the Bucks?
yeah.
I think they could beat Philly. I really do, but I don't. Like I told you, if Suns make it, I think the Suns can win it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think that's who I have right now too is the Suns. But I will say, I told y'all someone was gonna get hurt with Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and they were gonna make it through the whole postseason.
You know, it's funny when I made my bet with my homeboy. I said I was like, I'm betting it basing on, and no lie, I'm betting it basing on James Harden get hurt. I said I'm not wishing he gets hurt. I just have a weird feeling that he's been avoiding injury all year. He's injury prone-esque. Then it happened. And I was like, okay, now it's going crazy. But then even though he got hurt and then they killed him the second game, I was like, okay, well, I might be screwed. Then I get a text yesterday like, hey, yo, Kyrie's out. I'm like, throw the bag my way.
Man, and they're out next game. James Harden and Kyrie, they announced it.
That's tonight, right? Am I tripping?
Tomorrow.
Who plays tonight?
76ers and the Hawks, and then the Clippers and the Jazz.
Yeah, nobody cares about the Clippers, but all right.
Okay.
They suck.
Okay. We talking,
It's just a team full of the same niggas. Like, if you really think about it, all of them is the same type of niggas. Patrick Beverly and goddamn Reggie Jackson, all them niggas just bunch of grimy, gritty, jail ball playing niggas.
It's true.
You might as well throw Lance Stevenson on that motherfucker. I mean, seriously.
They're beating Dallas.
They beat Dallas. They went to 7 with fucking Dallas. That's not an accomplishment. You win 7 games with Luka Doncic, basically. He was fucking on Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, who's supposed to be good defenders. Paul George is fucking pathetic. You see when he had the free throw line, what they say? Overrated. Facts.
Wow.
Facts.
That's true, though.
Then he finally want to have a good game yesterday.
For Paul George.
When he's at home.
When he's at home, exactly. Because he can't do his shit on the road.
Just trying to tell y'all, it's going to be different.
Yeah, it's going to be different, all right.
Especially with Donovan Mitchell hurt. But
Nigga,
we're going to
look,
get to that. We're going to get to that.
You better hope Joe Ingles get hurt, nigga. That's all I got to say. Fuck a Donovan Mitchell.
That's true.
Who's the stopper? That's the kryptonite. Joe Ingles. Fuck out of here.
Kawhi is locking dudes up. You're crazy.
He locking who up?
No, his defense is a little down.
That nigga ain't locking niggas up. I ain't
You
seen
got to
him.
score 40 because your second number 2 can't do nothing.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you can't call him locked down and Luka averaged 40.
Yeah.
He
Donovan
wasn't even
Mitchell.
on him the whole time because they couldn't put him. They
He
couldn't get
should
him in
have been.
foul
Who else
trouble.
was he guarding?
Finney Smith. You can't afford for Kawhi to be in foul trouble.
Who he guarding? I'm asking.
Kawhi, anybody else but Luka.
Finney Smith?
Yeah.
You basically not even playing defense.
Tim Hardaway. Well, when you got to score
Hardaway.
40 because Paul George might score 12 or he might score 30, you can't have Kawhi sitting the whole second, third quarter because he got 3 fouls in the first on Luka.
You get 6 of them. He'll be all right. Okay, take the chance early. Don't let Doncic go for 19 in the first quarter. Could put Kawhi on him. He get his fouls. Okay, you can rest him, bring him back, ride it out, whatever, right? But don't just let him kill you.
But do you not want Kawhi in for as long as possible as a scorer? Because if you leave it up to Paul George.
Against Dallas, you should be able to let Kawhi sit some.
Again, when y'all just talk shit about Paul George, can you do that?
I look, you're right.
Okay, then.
But Reggie Jackson was getting to it.
That's like
The whole series?
Not the whole series.
Okay.
They're supposed to be the
Why you
deepest team in the NBA too. So
Yeah.
it's like
You keep saying they're winning. Do you think they're going to win?
What they came back and beat Dallas playing like shit, and y'all talked about Paul George about how bad he was. Okay, so Kawhi stepped up, did what he had to. Now they're finna play the Jazz. Kawhi just had like 34 or something. Paul George had 31.
But it's 2-1.
It is 2-1.
So my thing is,
And Donovan Mitchell just got hurt last game and walked back to the back. So do you think Mike
but
Conley?
hold on, they lost the first game, didn't they? When Donovan Mitchell wasn't playing, was he?
They lost the first. No,
I
Donovan Mitchell.
thought he came back second game.
He played since the first game of the damn last series.
Oh, maybe it's because that nigga do be limping around, so I just be thinking that nigga hurt because I think he's been hurt from the jump. Probably.
His ankle's fucked up.
I get confused.
yeah,
with
that's
this
what I
shit.
was gonna say. How long till Kawhi falls apart? Because he's playing these high minutes right now, and he's not used to it, and he's playing back to every night.
True.
That's what I'm saying. You went to 7 games with Dallas, and then you're gonna play Utah, and then they might take you. Shit, they're gonna have to take you to 6 games now if they were to
6-7, because know Paul's not gonna help you.
So that's what I'm saying. So then if they make it to the West Conference Finals or whatever, I mean, they're gonna be gassed.
I mean,
You can't count on Reggie Jackson to be fucking doing this shit he's doing either.
No, I wouldn't say that. But again, you got help. You got a little bit of help. You got more than KD. You got more than. Oh no, Giannis got some people that might. Drew Holiday and played good all series. They had like maybe 12, 14 as his high this whole fucking series. Like
Running around trying to guard Kyrie, that's just not easy.
man, and that's what I'm saying. And guarding Luka, if we're putting Luka already above Kyrie Irving and NBA players, then that shit's hard. A lot of people.
Him, baby goat. That's him.
And he's not the only one.
I ain't lying. Look, I ain't a big Doncic fan. It's just the fact that he's good. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Just saying, Clippers got a group of the same niggas. It's just
That's
clones.
true. They all look like a bunch of cousins.
I just don't think a group them niggas is gonna win any
Do
championship.
they have
I don't.
the only white guy
Utah.
on their roster is Kennard?
So does Utah.
Yeah,
What?
Bogdanovich and Ingles ain't cousins.
They do. It could be.
No,
like
that's
that.
fine. But they also
Math
got
and
Donovan
English
Mitchell.
teachers.
No,
I'm talking about the same.
They got a messed up little because
Well,
you got
I'm
Gobert look like
Yeah.
something out the wazoo. Donovan Mitchell black, whatever.
And Mike Conley look like he said we Donovan Mitchell. Like he that.
But
Conley
I'm
did
telling
look
you,
like-
as you look at the Clippers roster, nigga, it's a group of the same niggas. They all have the same play style. They're all the same type of niggas. They're
Right.
just cloned.
And
Them
Utah-
niggas not winning a championship.
Utah
doing that
looks
shit.
like the whole state of Utah with the exception of 2 black folks on the team.
No, that's facts. But I'm
Right.
just telling you.
Royce O'Neal don't count.
No, you said Conley, Donovan, and Gobert.
Gobert don't count.
Okay.
This nigga's
I mean, you put Gobert and what do you call Clarkson together? That gives you one
Oh,
right
Jordan
there.
Clarkson.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
sure.
forget about him. He looked just like you.
Jordan Clarkson,
No,
like he
he
just
don't.
got out the hood.
Jordan Clarkson and you basically because you just bald.
No.
No. Yes.
Not at all.
Banging from Chino Hills.
Yeah, exactly. That nigga is all types of foreign. I ain't foreign. I'm from right under the border.
No, you're from Mexico.
No, yeah. That nigga's from like Taiwanese and shit. Taiwan. Next.
I'm saying Clippers suck, but
Next. 76ers Atlanta, man.
Oh, that man's Filipino while we're at it.
Yeah, Filipino, man.
I can't.
One of them
I can't.
water.
I can't deal with the fact that my boy Trae Young ain't going crazy.
He had 28.
Okay.
28.
I just mean like the last series basically. They had a good defensive scheme for him. Ben Simmons does a good job. And then now you see his teammates really just don't carry their load. And this is the reality of it. But
For sure.
the Sixers are a better team. 1 through 15 are probably just a better team.
Yeah.
So Trae Young did the best he could against, a team obviously he's better than, but now he's facing, obviously Joel Embiid was MVP race.
Mm-hmm.
Tobias Harris is a sleeper. Ben Simmons are one of the best. Was he defensive player of the year?
No, it was Rudy.
Rudy Gobert.
Oh,
He
first
got his
team or
third
something like that. I think he was
He's
first team.
First team.
And so, like you got a lot of good pieces in there with Philly. So Trae Young just gonna have to just do his best. Hopefully, get his teammates better. But he needed a couple more pieces for him to make that jump.
They
It's
let
down 2-1, right?
Yeah, 2-1. But they let fucking Korkmaz score 14 and Dwight 12. Like that's what 26 points right there. You lost by 15.
Dwight shot a 3 last game. I almost threw my TV away.
The
He
Lakers,
didn't
the
even get close to
Lakers
making
let
it.
him do that. Shit.
Dwight making that shit. Get out of here.
What are you
Who
saying?
you take, Dwight or JaVale McGee making that 3?
I'm taking JaVale McGee on God. What? JaVale McGee low key get out.
Oh, nigga,
People
also
slept
on top
it.
of that, nigga, I think nigga, if they would have put JaVale in way earlier in the series, them niggas would have won. They wouldn't have got swept back.
Probably. I don't know how you let somebody win a championship. You don't even let them play.
What do you mean?
JaVale on the
He helps in
Nuggets.
practice. Them practice players are very beneficial. Very beneficial.
Did you see what JaVale McGee did last year in the playoffs? Like he wasn't solid for the Lakers.
I mean, you just got to take it for what it is.
I guess you do that shit with, like, no offense to Udonis Haslem, you'll do that shit to somebody that actually was productive in the playoffs. Udonis Haslem came into the fucking playoffs and got a technical foul or flagrant 2 and got ejected in 30 seconds, literally. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I hope Trey and them get back to it. John Collins had like a 20 piece. I think
Never again.
Clint Capella had 8 points and 16 rebounds, which is, again, you traded for him, and I know his contract's fat.
Yeah.
What do you do with that? I mean, because I don't know. I don't have Danny Green was out, so that's another defender, 3-point shooter that's out. I know they're missing what's his name, DeAndre Hunter. So I don't know, man. I really want them to keep going, but it's Joel Embiid's a hard guard.
Yeah, if it goes 7 games, it'll be fair. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But Joel Embiid who do you match him up with on that team? Even Tobias, like who's guarding Tobias? Realistically, like Tobias is really tough. Like he can go for 35 sometimes if he has to.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like Ben Simmons, and I'm gonna get on you, Ben, real quick. There's no way your jumper's trash. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like I've seen you shoot in your workouts in the summer and
Mm-hmm.
You get in the NBA, I don't know what's going on with you, bro. Shoot the basketball. You can't be considered one of the best in the league and legitimately can't shoot. If you're a point guard ever in history and someone gapped you in the lane, that's basically fighting words. Like bro, you suck at shooting, shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is take some balls, man. I'm shooting even if I miss, I'm gonna shoot it.
True.
But if he starts making shots, if they let him shoot, if they teach him how to shoot, he makes shots. I think they're the top dog under the Nets in the East.
Do you think he should switch hands?
I don't know if he's left-handed naturally or right-handed. I don't know. If he was right-handed, if he's like Will David or Will Graham, yeah, switch.
Well, you remember because they did that with Tristan Thompson too. They switched his hands. Tristan Thompson shoot left-handed, now he shoot right.
Tristan Thompson can't shoot no with neither hand.
No, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying like like this is my thing. If they worked with Markelle Fultz can shoot decently now, make threes. If
he shot better in college.
But that's what I'm saying. If he can shoot. But I'm saying, you know how his jumper, like, whatever happened. But I'm saying they fixed it, and now he can
they messed it up when he got there. When he got there, they messed his jumper up. It was good. How you get drafted first, and your jumper wasn't good. So he got drafted, and then out of nowhere, his jumper, like, he legit couldn't figure out.
Yeah. My point being is, I'm saying they fixed it again. But I'm saying is, Ben Simmons is like, this is what I'm trying to say.
How long does he need? How many years?
That's what I'm saying. How many years? Like, how long?
4 or 5.
And they not like, nobody's taking any initiative to fix the jumper.
Well,
I don't know, man.
Maybe they don't want to pay him
Probably
a
not.
lot one day, maybe.
I mean, if Giannis has the balls to shoot, you see the Nets been gapping him, so.
That's sad. And, he got to shoot it. He make it sometimes, though. Ben don't even shoot
1 for 8.
Ben don't even shoot it.
Yeah. I don't know.
But, yeah.
It's crazy how people celebrate so much and you hit a wide open jump shot.
It's almost like you the trash dude on the bench.
Right.
One of those celebrations. That's sad, ain't it?
The worst dude on the team.
You get paid $100 and something million, you make a shot, everybody excited. That's the name of the game.
Literally.
Put the ball in the hole.
Yeah. They talk about jump shots. He's like, I'm gonna go sit over here.
I'm gonna go here.
Whatever.
We're gonna play a rainbow. He ain't gonna make none of the shots. Y'all got it.
Boy. So let's go to the topic. We kind of danced around, but we was all up on it, going through other shit, man. The Utah Jazz and the Clippers.
Clippers fucking suck.
Alex is strong. He hates the Clippers.
Obviously,
and you
you have a whole episode.
Yeah, here we go.
Utah, so I don't want to hear it.
Here we
Check
go.
me out, bro. So I'm sitting there because me also watching the game. She's like, "Don't you hate Utah?" Because I'm sitting there. She's like, "Who you going for?"
Yeah.
Because I'm cheering for Utah because Utah was doing good and they was beating them. She's like, "I'm confused. I thought you liked Utah." I said, "I know, but I fucking hate the Clippers." So I said, "It's really hard for me to figure out what's going on." So I'm like going back and forth, like I really don't know what to do. Like I'm having a real issue with it. But I'm like, I fucking hate the Clippers. So I'm going for Utah. But that's what I'm saying. I'm watching the game, just trying to figure out what the fuck am I doing. I hate Utah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, fuck the Clippers.
And in the episode, if y'all watch the Alexander Taylor show, which if you don't, you should, he says, fuck the Jazz, fuck the mayor.
Talk nice to me.
Man.
That man had me crying, son.
Man.
It needs to lead.
So, how we gonna do this, man? I would just want to know, going around the table, what is the final? The 4-2, 4-3?
Who?
Whoever you think. If you think Jazz is gonna win this, how's it gonna go?
If Donovan Mitchell hurt, it's over with. So 4-2.
If he's hurt, if he
hurt.
plays?
If he plays, I say 4-3 Utah.
4-3 Utah in Game 7. Alex?
What's his injury? I'm trying to find out. Is it the same injury?
Sprained ankle.
It's different from the...
No, I think it's the same one that's been fucked up because he missed it.
Yeah, it's the
whole
same
end of
one.
the season.
Same one. I'm trying to read into it just to make sure because I actually missed that injury. But I was watching the game. All right.
Because he kind of tweaked it in the game before last because he tried to do a snatch back and fucking put too much pressure on it and then was like, had to pass the ball.
Okay, yeah. He said it's when I land. I've been trying to manage it. I don't really know what else to tell you. I don't want to say much. It's just when I land. But I'm good. I'll be ready for Game 4, which he's not playing Game 4, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm
man,
sure
they
he
said he
is.
is.
There ain't, if he don't play, they're going to lose and then, it's going to be real bad.
No, we talking. That's Game 4 tonight, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think. I thought already seen he's not playing Game 4.
Kyrie and
announced
KD
it?
ain't playing.
They haven't announced it still. He's
No.
not playing it.
No, they said he was playing this morning.
Mike Conley's out.
They said
Yeah,
that
Mark-
nigga playing this morning.
Yeah.
He's gonna get hurt again.
Well,
He's been
it's the
hurt.
Playoffs
He's been
now.
hurt.
No,
Do
but
or
I'm
die.
saying he's just gonna get
It's do or die.
because ain't that what happened to KD that one year?
Yep.
Nah, KD shouldn't have played, period.
No, but
That's
I'm
true.
saying he said the Warriors staff was like
It was an Achilles, though. We knew that's different than a
Nah, I know, but still, the fucking ankle, nigga. I mean, that can get bad.
7-foot Achilles. You sit down, bro.
But I'm saying, as much as Donovan Mitchell's in the air and shit, him landing on that continuously.
If you know it's it could be your last game anytime, you might as well just take the risk.
Because if you keep re-injuring something, it can injure something else, can't it?
Yeah.
For sure.
But, I mean, they got the best trainers in the world. They can go over to wherever and get some amazing surgery from somebody random.
Yeah, they say that, but D-Rose knees is fucked. But anyways, nigga knees been fucked forever. But I don't know. So I thought Donovan Mitchell wasn't playing. My fault. I guess I wasn't keeping up. I thought he was still hurt.
Out for sure.
Okay, but because I thought Tony, I thought you just said if he's hurt, then they're not going to win the series. That's what.
Yeah.
Because
I thought we were predicting tonight's game.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that if they got Donovan Mitchell, they win. I think he'll probably go to 7 games though.
Okay, 7 games.
Yeah.
And if he's out, what do you think?
I'm still gonna pray Utah win. I don't even want Clippers. I don't want to see Clippers win anything. Honestly,
you see what Robert Ory said about the Clippers?
No.
He said they shouldn't hang their banners in no Staples Center. He said they need to get their own place.
They need to hang their banners in the fucking prison. That's the type of basketball they play, prison ball. Them niggas don't hang their banners. That's disrespectful.
And could you imagine that?
What?
They hung a Clippers banner in the Staples Center?
They're not. They're getting theirs built.
Who said when?
Right now?
Clippers are getting their own stadium built.
Where?
Somewhere in Los Angeles.
Wow.
By
like
LA
across
County.
the street.
That attendance about to be trash.
By the sheriff's office, nigga. That's where they're doing that motherfucker. Them niggas is garbage, nigga. They're fucking horrible. Fucking pathetic team.
He was spazzing, bro.
Man, hey, yo, what do you think? Fucking Donovan Mitchell's in.
4-2 Jazz.
14.
It's over with?
I just don't believe in the Clippers at all.
Thank you.
Like,
DJ does for some strange reason.
Strange ass reason. I don't know where all your faith came from, but
Key and Paul George kind of similar.
I've been said the Bucks was going to win before everybody got hurt, so I think
we
the
ain't
same
talking about
thing.
the Bucks right now. We're talking about the Clippers.
And I know that, and I don't think that they can go 7 games with the Clippers. I think they're going to do the same bullshit that they did with Dallas and pull it out in the end, and then they're going to have to go
this
play
team a
Celtics.
lot better than Dallas.
Hold on, nigga. You don't think the Bucks can go with the fucking Clippers?
Huh?
You don't
No,
think
that's totally
yeah.
No. He said the Bucks could make it to the finals earlier, a couple shows ago.
But I thought you were just saying they couldn't beat the Clippers in the finals.
I'm saying I picked the Bucks to beat the Nets.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Most people would say you're fucking stupid. They got KD, Kyrie, but they got Blake Griffin, Jeff Green, the whole fucking load.
My thing is, I don't feel like the Clippers lived up to anything they were supposed to in the last 2 seasons.
Facts.
That's true, but
like you can legit build a juggernaut and you still just average.
yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna disagree with you there. But the Lakers this season fell apart in the end. I think with the wear and tear that Utah has, and Mike Conley getting hurt, Donovan Mitchell's coming back playing on injury, got walked back to the little locker room last game. Like that shit's going, and the Clippers surprisingly, Paul George ain't fell apart because it's usually a shoulder.
Time coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I will fight back and say the Jazz do have a lot better team than the Lakers. Like, especially like a part like with the supporting cast. So I do have to question that a little bit. And also, I just as a team, seeing them play, like they play a lot more together. So it's like they don't need that one person that much, unless they need that for sure bucket from Donovan. But other than that, they're more or less playing team ball.
Who'd they play before they played the Clippers? Who'd Jazz play? Memphis
beat the fuck out of them.
And before Donovan Mitchell got back, they lost. As soon as he came back, they won every game after.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's what I'm saying. So as soon as he goes back down and Mike Conley's out,
he got to go back down
that
first.
was with Rudy Gobert in like foul trouble, and he fouled out like super early.
But I don't think Rudy Gobert will be able to lead that team by himself.
I'll take a handicap Donovan Mitchell over a no Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
And you say that before he has this playoffs that he's having now, or do you say that?
I say that no matter what. Donovan Mitchell's the key to the ignition. Like he like that for that team for real. So like if he can just get it to start, they're gonna ride. He just takes a lot of pressure off of the opposing team. Like off of his teammates. Like he can create things and share the ball, and people gotta send double teams and keep the eye on him. So you got people back cutting and this and that, get mismatches when him on the floor. If he's not on the floor, you can take away their strongest piece, which is Gobert, and then you can no catch Joe Ingles. So then you kind of good. But if you got Donovan, that's just kind of out the options.
Yeah. And if it's only with him jumping, he can still get in the lane and pass and create and do all that type of shit.
Because if it's just landing, he can run.
He can run, but we know that his game is a lot of freakishly athletic movements.
Yeah.
Springy. And that comes with a lot of pressure coming off that right ankle. But Again, we'll see how it goes.
Clippers are fucking pathetic.
It's true.
It's
True.
crazy.
But we're going to see.
Yeah.
Fucking pathetic.
I thought they was lose to Dallas, but yeah.
You keep saying Dallas, nigga. Luka Doncic.
I mean,
5 against
right.
1.
You're right.
Yeah.
Got Porzingis bum ass out there ain't doing shit, and then Luka just busting.
Yeah.
This nigga, bro. This what gave me. This nigga Luka called for Kawhi Leonard on the play. He fucking called for that nigga to come. He called the screen just so he can get Kawhi Leonard on him. That nigga dicking on Kawhi Leonard. All them niggas. Them niggas suck, bro.
He did and still lost.
That's true.
7 fucking games. Them niggas is worthless, bro.
Hey,
If Porzingis was even playing at a fraction of what he's supposed to play, Clippers ass be at home right now.
That's true.
They'd be at fucking home.
And if the Clippers ever click and get what the fuck they're supposed to, because they have Rajon Rondo, DeMarcus Cousins, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Reggie Jackson's been playing solid basketball. The Morris brothers been fucking playing decently. If they get what the fuck how it's supposed to look and actually mold it together the right way, ain't nobody messing.
This nigga really just named the same niggas. Here, DeMarcus Cousins, Morris brothers, Reggie Jackson, all the same niggas. It's different form of niggas.
Just trying to tell you, bro. It is what it is.
You know, my favorite when they pan, like they put the video, they put the camera on the owner, and then they looking there pissed off. He put all that money and time into them niggas for them to fucking go to Game 7 with the fucking Mavericks.
Hey, I'm just saying, Paul George don't want to get traded. That's one of the why he's starting to pick it up.
That nigga be in G League 2 years.
Oh my goodness.
He's a fucking bum.
2 years.
They should him and Russ should go do something else. They should go create their own league full of sucky
You're
niggas.
not gonna disrespect Russ. Like Russ ain't out here averaging triple double
Alex
for
going
4
crazy.
seasons.
How many wins he averaging?
What you mean?
Let me look at my
What
clock.
was it? No,
What time
did they make it to the
day is it?
playoffs?
It don't fucking matter. They still lost.
But who?
That was your.
Who was on their team?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
fuck, I don't give a fuck who was on there. Put LeBron on their
You
team.
didn't ask that.
What you
Put
mean?
LeBron on that team. Put Chris Paul on that team. You know, you look at Chris Paul effect. How much times he goes to the team and they win. Russ will go to the team and what the fuck happens? Just plateau.
No, the Wizards did have the worst supporting cast in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
You put Chris Paul on that
Complete
team.
trash.
Chris Paul was on the fucking Thunder full of a bunch of
And
no-name
what happened?
niggas.
What happened? Did they
Them
make it out the
niggas
first
did,
round?
but did they
they make it out
percent
the
winning
first round?
percentage go up?
Yes.
And they made it to the first
Hey,
round?
Russell
I mean,
did
to
too, but
still
they only
lose
won
in
2
the
more
first
games.
round.
But the Thunder only won 2 more games. I mean, the Thunder, the Wizards only won 2 more games with Russ than last season.
2 more.
Made it to the playoffs, and they have nobody.
CP3's team won like 20.
CP3, and
Something.
you had who was on that team?
All I said
The
was
Thunder had Danilo Gallinari, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What?
Gallinari is.
Gallinari.
Gallinari's
Sorry.
playing like shit that year, though. He played like shit with the Thunder.
he's not that bad.
He was not that good in the
SGA's
Thunder,
good. Schroeder's good.
SGA.
But the
Steven
rest of them
Adams.
was trash.
I get that.
Baisley, Buns.
I get that. They had 4 players
okay.
you can name. They had
Okay,
4
hold on.
players
But
can
if you
name.
take Chris Paul as a team, they're not doing shit.
No,
is what I'm
that'd've
trying
been-
to say.
that'd've been really
I'm saying
bad.
you put Russ back on the team, they do nothing. Like at all.
They make it to the playoffs every year, damn near.
For them
with
to
Russ.
niggas to lose horribly.
And the same
and
shit
I'm
happened
saying
with Chris Paul.
But I'm saying Chris Paul's team was still worse. When Russ is with them niggas, it's just he got triple double. He got
Paul's team
triple
was still
double.
worse.
Them
Chris Paul's
triple
was
doubles
worse
can
than
suck my dick.
When? The last season, the last few years that Russ was there, you telling me when they have Andre Roberson starting?
What that don't matter. He was arguably one of the best defenders in the league at the time.
Boy, I'm not doing this with you.
That's
Shai
a fact.
Gilgeous-Alexander is better than Andre Roberson.
No duh. On offense, Andre Roberson will lock him up.
That's why the Clippers dropped him.
What? Andre Roberson ain't played basketball in years. Andre Roberson ain't played basketball in
No,
years.
I ain't watching that nigga in forever. I forgot about that nigga. No count.
He was on the Nets.
Keeping money, just chilling.
That nigga was on the Nets. wasn't
was on
Who
the
was?
Nets. Andre Roberson.
I didn't know that.
Exactly.
Well, Roberson was good at one point. People like Roberson. No,
What?
people
Look,
like
look,
Roberson.
look. Hold on.
No, people
Man,
liked
good.
him.
Andre Roberson makes as much difference as Russell Westbrook made.
Oh my G.
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay, Alex.
It's just
Alex-
nothing.
Alex-
It's
I'm not just saying, bro.
Alex tripping.
Y'all niggas glorify fucking bums. He's a fucking bum. Just because he scores a fucking triple double, okay. But did they win a championship? No. They do anything else? No.
Okay, how many championships
is-
does Kevin Durant have without the name Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson?
It don't matter. It was a team.
Kevin Durant's by far a fucking better player than Russell Westbrook. Better
is.
teammate, better person in general. I don't give a
Better
fuck.
teammate, better
I barely
person.
even like Kevin Durant.
He was the same
I
motherfucker
fuck-
talking about KD 2 weeks ago.
Nigga, I hate. Look, this is personal
Yeah.
team Russell Westbrook. You know how much money I spend on the fucking Thunder tickets to go watch them niggas lose, but he want to glorify a triple double. Y'all fucking lost.
You invested in that.
bro. This is the pathetic ass shit too. They'll put the nigga back in the game and go make one more pass or one more shot. Get your bum ass back on the bench. That shit's pathetic.
Hey, I'm just saying, KD had to leave. Obviously, he can't do it by himself. You was bigging up KD. You was talking shit about
This
Utah.
nigga
You
Russ
always
had
go back.
This
You
nigga
always
Russ.
go back.
This nigga Russ had PG and Carmelo Anthony. What did he do with it?
Nothing.
Thank you. That's all I got to say.
Okay, what was
Nothing.
Paul George doing?
MVP,
Yeah, I was
hold
finna
on.
say.
We had-
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on. First off, Paul George had an
what did he do
MVP
that-
season. Don't
And
act
then
like
what did he do in the playoffs?
Either way, you're talking about an individual who had an MVP season.
And then what did he do in the playoffs?
That ain't got nothing to do with his totality of
Wait,
that season.
What did he just say? None of this matters.
So
It's all that matters is playoffs.
So Russ didn't do nothing either. So you're not helping the situation.
You can't do it by yourself. We've already talked about
All of a
this.
sudden, Melo not a shooter no
What
more
is
in
Kawhi
OKC.
doing with PG right now?
Okay, so
Barely anything.
Kevin Durant was an MVP in Oklahoma City.
Yes.
Paul George arguably had his best season in Oklahoma City,
Yeah.
playing with Russell Westbrook. After that, then what happened?
He went to a team where guys better than him.
Okay, hold on.
Russ
What happened? What happened?
Russ is playing with guys better than him. That don't help his case.
Russ is playing with guys
What-
better
hold
than
on.
him.
Those
Hold
two
on.
guys you named are better than Russell Westbrook.
Paul
What hap-
George is, go ahead, Alex.
What happened with Russ when he went to Houston?
What do you mean?
What happened?
Don't even go
what
on
happened
that.
with Houston?
That was bad.
What happened with CP3
They got
was
a
with
lot
Houston.
worse.
The Rockets almost beat that fucking Warriors
Golden
team,
State, yeah.
but
That's
CP3 got hurt. Okay, that's not he got hurt. That's it.
Yeah.
But if he was played that game 7, they was gonna fuck on the Warriors. So what happened when Russ went there?
He made James Harden.
They didn't do
leave.
shit. They made James Harden leave.
He wanted James Harden. He made James Harden want to leave.
No.
That
Yes.
nigga James Harden was on the
They traded
bench
everybody.
pissed off,
They
yelling
traded
at
the
that
whole
nigga,
team.
bro.
They traded
Them
the whole
niggas,
team.
their friendship fucked the rest of their life. Look, Russ Westbrook done fucked up 3 friendships: Kevin Durant, James Harden, and goddamn Paul George.
KD fucked that one up himself. We'll start there.
I mean, sort of, but I'm just saying I'm blocking that nigga number.
Ow.
The nigga left and told nobody. We already can go through this bullshit.
Look, I'm
What do
gonna
you
lie.
mean? What was he supposed to tell
I
him?
don't like that he did it, but shit, I wouldn't have told Russ bum ass either. What you gonna do? Oh, please come back. I'll score triple doubles. I want to win, nigga.
Gosh, Alex, go. Alex,
Fuck is you stat? Because bro, it's so fucking lame. They
So
put the
we're-
nking in the end of the
so-
game to make one more pass.
So
for
we're
fucking
talking
assist.
about scoring or doing whatever. That is effective, regardless of what you want to say. As a point guard at 6'3", getting rebounds and getting assists. Rondo is not the best jump shooter in the world, but at the way that he plays the game, getting his dudes open,
make
making
his
assists.
teammate better.
Okay, and does Russell Westbrook not do that? Again, Kevin Durant had an MVP season, and Paul George almost had an MVP season.
But you not hearing
Y'all
what you're
need to
saying?
have- what?
Those are two of the best players to ever in this era.
Paul George is?
At that year, he was better than everybody.
That year, again, you said era.
In this era, he's a top 5 shooting small
Back like
forward.
nigga wasn't cold in Indiana too.
Is he a top
In this
5
area, he
small
was
forward?
cold.
You got
He had
LeBron,
a good
Antetokounmpo,
season
KD. Who
in
else?
Indiana, then left.
Who's the other 2 small forwards?
What was it? again?
Kawhi. Who's the 5th one? Paul George.
Is it? And that's because there's no one else.
You. How's that my fault?
That's just the best you can. That's the best. That it's not like
There's 32
that's a
teams.
high level. Michael Porter Jr. might be better than him.
Hold on, okay. So DJ, if you build a
what?
team, you putting CP3 or Russ Westbrook if you had to choose.
Oh Jesus.
Depends on what you're putting around him. Again,
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
nigga, who
you don't
you
need that.
choosing,
You don't
nigga?
need that for CP3.
Who you
put
choosing?
whoever around CP3.
Facts.
You can't put
Name a
that.
team.
Wait.
Name a team that they put anybody around him. He ain't done good.
With the Clippers,
I
he still
understand
did.
that, but he has to be, what do you call it, the top dog. If he's not the top dog, you're going to have issues.
What do you mean?
When he was with Houston, what happened? He
He was
butted
great.
heads.
His team was good.
They almost came out the first round beating the Warriors.
They
People that got
traded-
hurt.
What
They
happened
traded
after
All
that?
I'm,
They're
look,
like, I
this is what
can't
I'm
do
telling
this.
you. All I'm saying is you can't put CP3 in many systems where they will not succeed.
okay. And
It's a- it's a
been that
constant-
way forever.
What do you consider succeeding though? Like how far do you have to
Winning
go
a
in the
large
season?
amount of games and
Okay.
then making a run if you can make a run. So, like if you compare Russ and CP3, we had a discussion with my homies the other day. The only thing you compare with them right now is totality of wins because they're not champions. Mm-hmm. So if you go regular season wins, playoff wins, now CP3 has a better winning percentage in the playoffs and in total games. Now he has played more seasons, but if you look at the teams now, Russ's numbers ain't looking good for him. CP3 continues to win.
Okay, and the teams that CP3 has played on,
Yeah.
he had when you have Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan in their primes.
Yeah.
You also have fucking
But you had Russell Westbrook with Kevin Durant for
Yes.
10 seasons? 8. 8 seasons
James
from the
Harden
start
too.
to the finish. So he had no option but to be good. There was no fighting around that. Russell started with the Hornets. I mean, CP3 started with the Hornets.
he did and he left.
And the Hornets was buns. They had Peja Stojakovic, a couple cats. It was all right. They did okay. They actually made some runs or whatever, lost. And then he went to wherever he went after that.
Okay, and then he went to the Clippers. So with Russ being in OKC, You had KD for a little bit. He left, and then you're fucking there with Steven Adams and the crew and the Funky Bunch.
You're right. You're right.
That's the same. That's the same
they got
shit
some
with-
players. They got some players to come in. Don't act like they didn't.
Okay, again,
A couple seasons actually, like 2 or 3.
okay, the 2 seasons they had Carmelo for a little bit, and he wasn't just playing crazy. They had that one game where they played fucking the Golden State in the first game of the season. Everybody wanted to drop 30.
Yeah.
And then after that, Carmelo wasn't doing shit. Paul George had a MVP like season.
Steven Adams got paid that year, right?
Because Russell, what is he doing?
10 years, $100 million. Either way,
What's he doing in New Orleans?
Who?
Steven Adams.
You're right. Russell got Steven Adams paid. I agreed, but it worked for Russ.
Okay.
It benefited Russ. CP3 has got every big he's ever played with paid.
Okay. And
Clint Capella, Blake Griffin, DeAndre
What-
Jordan, any of them.
what big other than Steven Adams has Russell really played with? Fucking Robin Lopez?
No, and the other one was
And then
Kendrick
Clint
Perkins.
Capella got traded.
Kendrick Perkins is a champion.
Okay. Kendrick Perkins-
Look, nigga, the whole point being Russ is fucking ass.
No, I'm
Niggas
not
gonna
gonna say
accept
Russ.
it one day. I'll say it to the nigga face. I don't give a fuck.
Nah.
He's a
I just-
glorified fucking bum.
I just would take CP3. I feel like with Russ, you always got to find a way to put pieces around him for him to be successful. But I don't know what that piece is yet for him. I can't. Everybody keeps saying you got to put shooters around him. Well, they did that in Houston. It didn't work. So then they say, when I said he's better with a big, like he's really good with a good big.
Yeah.
So like with Steven Adams. Okay, well then you put him in a situation where it's him and the big. Well, he can't shoot, so that hurts the situation. So you got to find him shooters. Well, in OKC, you don't have money to pay for shooters.
Okay.
So then at one point you had what was the foreign dude's name that was a shooter that quit playing? I can't think of his name. But they had him. He was a shooter. He quit
Sabonis?
playing. No, he was a guard. Dark hair. He quit playing for depression.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, I know you're talking about Alex.
Alex Abrinas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Abrinas, right? He was a knockdown shooter for Russ that year or whatever it was. But you can't. I feel like they can't find the right pieces for Russ.
Okay.
But
And
CP3,
Okay,
they
hold
keep
on.
finding. It's not that you find him. He just happens to work out where guys flourish around him.
I know what Russ needs. He'll need Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant,
You wanna be
Magic
funny.
Johnson, and Shaq.
Funny.
I'm just telling you.
But Chris
to be
Paul,
perfect.
Chris Paul has played with Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan,
Yeah.
Clint Capella, DeAndre Ayton. Like, these are great bigs. Russ has had Steven Adams.
Yeah, the big. Yeah, that's a
That's
big.
it
But in Houston, he had Capella too, right?
for a little bit. He had it for that year and was gone.
And Capella was not what he was with
And they
CP3.
traded him.
But I'm saying he wasn't what he was with CP3. You wasn't going to trade Capella
Facts.
if CP3 was still there.
Facts.
Only because CP3 is built for Showtime bigs, like throw lobs and all that. Like Aiden, he
And
dunking.
Russ don't be throwing lobs. That's what I'm
To
saying.
bigs, no. To guards, he does.
That nigga throwing a lob because he want a triple double.
Like if you think about the lob in OKC, they would always do that back cut with Roberson and they throw it and he'd dunk it. Or the other one was the other lights can do Terrence Ferguson. He'd throw it and he'd dunk it. You really don't know when Russ is throwing a lob to his big. He'll dish it to him and he'd dunk it, but he don't throw lobs like that to make an easy bucket like CP3. That's why CP3 has his bigs flourish. Like who Russ big this year? No,
Robin Lopez. Alex Lynn. Exactly.
Alex
fucking point.
Lynn ain't that bad though.
Alex Lynn done played on 8 teams.
You're right. He's not not terrible. Now Robert
Look,
Lopez,
man. Win it on this. Teams winning percentage before CP3 is a stat, right? I'll put it on the fucking video. Every time, nigga, y'all can see this shit. Every time it goes up. I guarantee. I looked up with Chris Paul effect. If I look at Russell Westbrook effect, I ain't gonna find shit.
No,
Okay.
I ain't gonna
Again,
find
no,
a
you will.
fucking
Look at
all those
stat.
teams.
I promise you ain't gonna find
at all
I
shit.
hate when
teams.
everybody says it. Look
What
at
you
the
mean?
teams.
It's
It
the
wasn't-
Hornets, the
it wasn't
Clippers,
his
the
choice where
Rockets,
he
the
went.
Thunder, the Sun.
Okay.
The Thunder were what? What was supposed to be? What?
There's a
0.2 percentage of the
0.2%
what the fuck it was?
from the playoffs.
Suns were 10th seed last year, number 2 seed this year. How when Russell Westbrook done it ever in life?
For
Don't
example,
think so.
when CP3 went to Oklahoma City, they was trying to bomb the year.
They were trying to sit that thing out the whole year.
Remember, they wanted that year to be a trash year so they can get some picks.
Rebuild year.
But
For sure.
CP3 was like, nah, that's not happening, bro. And that's what it was. And Russ was just there.
But my thing
Facts.
is, Chris Paul ain't been on, just besides the Hornets, he's not been on no bad team.
And the Thunder.
And they still had solid pieces there.
Yeah, but that was a bad team, though.
Okay.
That's a bad team.
Russ, when Katie and James Harden fucking leave, have what?
No, that was bad.
Okay. And then he goes and plays with the fucking Wizards. What do they have?
Well, hold on.
Bradley Beal.
He was only bad for like 2 years, and then they got PG in them 2 years, and then he went to Houston. So he didn't have really a bad term, like really bad for a long period of time.
Okay. And then, the supporting cast. If Devin Booker doesn't play good, then what?
For who?
What if he doesn't play good for the Suns?
They
Chris
win.
Paul's fully healthy. Chris Paul still gets 2 and they still win. He scored 37 last game, did he not?
Yeah, D Book scored 34 though.
Okay,
just
that's what I'm
saying,
saying.
though. I'm just
If
saying.
Devin Booker's not effective, or if Devin Booker's not scoring like that, and they can focus all their attention when Paul George is pandemic P and Carmelo Anthony ain't scoring 20 points, Then what the fuck? What are we talking about?
I mean, but you can't do nothing about the supporting cast. If he makes his teammates better, they flourish. That's just what it was.
So DJ,
So in Washington, he had Bradley Beal. People don't ever acknowledge that he was before Russ got healthy when he was hurt. Bradley Beal was leading the league in scoring. Now they weren't winning, but he was leading the league in scoring. Russ comes back, they start winning games again. They go on that little run, 10 games straight, whatever. He had a good second piece, as he always has. But the other cast, nobody can figure out what fits him.
Raul Neto.
Yeah, I don't know.
Robin
you know what fits that nigga? Like I say, he gonna need Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Shaq.
Yeah.
He gonna need all, you put Russ on this Suns team, them niggas not making it to the playoffs probably. Facts.
I'll
fight that.
That's a lie.
I can fight all you want.
I truly don't believe they would.
The dumbass nigga run down the court, shoot the guy, just throw the ball up, shoot that mid-range jumper. Threes, he's fucking horrible.
I just don't
shooting
feel
them
like
bitches.
D-Book supports Russ well.
Probably
Nothing
not.
does,
Russ needs a KD. No, I hate to say it like this. KD, James Harden, that's what he needs.
And he got him.
Because he doesn't have to shoot so much. Whenever he has to shoot too much, it looks worse. Because his jumper's sus.
So
Like when you have another guy that can relieve that pressure, a third guy. So say if he has Steven Adams on his team now, it would look better, a lot better. Just because he can, I'm gonna dish it to him, I can give it to Brad, I can do me. Right. Now that he got, Alex Lynn, all them bums, I understand that he had a bad team. Don't get me wrong.
And CP3 has had shooters since he left New Orleans. Again, we're going to act like the Suns. Jay Crowder was hitting shots in Miami, came over here, and he's hitting shots. They also have Mikal Bridges, who's hitting some shots. You have Devin Booker, who's a shooter. And the Clippers, he didn't have no shooters. And that's probably why the fuck he left. You have Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, Jamal Crawford, and then you got JJ Redick at 6 foot. And JJ Redick ain't finna give you 30 a night.
So this is my thing. CP3, for example, you say he has shooters around him.
Yes, right now.
So when Russ went to that Houston team, that CP3 had just left, nobody had left yet. They had the same shooters. Aaron Gordon, PJ Tucker, Austin Rivers. They had all the shooters still, and they weren't as good.
Do you call PJ Tucker seriously a shooter, though?
At that time, when CP3 was on their team, was he not?
You're bugging. That corner three?
Yeah,
he was knocking that corner three down like a motherfucker.
CP3 was there. Now, when CP3 left, things changed. And then they try to make Russ a shooter, and obviously that's out the question.
Yeah, ain't never been considered a shooter.
Right.
Yeah,
so
mid-range.
I don't really know what he's good at, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Alex is fast.
I'm just not gonna. I'll take D Rose now. I'll take D Rose now over Russ Bum-ass.
Right, this year.
I was gonna say he only saying that because he did good in the playoffs.
Yeah, this year.
That nigga has done decent on any team he's been on.
We asked this question the other day.
I don't give a fuck what nigga tell me.
D Rose in his
LeBron
prime.
traded him.
D Rose in his prime or Russ in his prime?
It's not a fucking question. Who you taking?
Rose.
Thank you.
Okay, D Rose for how long though? How long was he?
Until he got hurt.
Okay, so how many seasons was that?
4, I think 6.
4. Okay, so
nigga was fucking on the Heat by himself. Nigga, come on now. That nigga.
By himself is 1 year Eastern Conference Finals.
That nigga was by himself, nigga. With Eric Heinrich, Todd Gibson,
hold on.
fucking Carlos Boozer, and Joakim Noah.
You act like Luau Deng wasn't on that team.
He don't respect Luau Deng.
Yeah, Luau Deng's knocked
Luau
down.
Deng's fine, but what the fuck?
Carlos Boozer was good at the time.
He was okay, nigga.
He was a top 10 foul forward.
And Joakim Noah, I compare him to like a Draymond Green.
Okay, that's it. That's really
That's okay, but I'm saying you put him on a regular team, they do not do nothing.
And who was the other guard?
Joakim Noah's out the fucking league. Kirk Heinrich, which
the shooter.
That Kyle Korver too. But no, it's irrelevant. That nigga D Rose is shooting, but banging fucking game winners and shit on niggas. This nigga was doing it by himself.
Russ does too, though. Russ has got some great game winners for real.
You just want to hate on Russ. That's fine.
Like Russ really do. Like Russ,
I don't respect the nigga who only thing people can say is he gets fucking average triple doubles. Besides triple doubles, the fuck he do for the team?
You saying banging game winners? The only one you're talking about is the one that he hit against. What was the Cavs off the backboard? That's the only one you remember.
He hit one against the Lakers too.
Yeah,
that wasn't the playoffs. He got a couple.
Russ
Nigga,
got
watch
that
your
one
mouth.
from Steven Adams.
He got that on the Bucks too, nigga. Boom, boom, step back three. Watch your mouth. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
He like you for
the fuck wrong with these niggas? Because he has what Russ has, but he's better basketball IQ. I think he's a better shooter, all around better player. He makes his team better. Russ don't do nothing. He just makes the team fucking worse.
No, he doesn't.
LeBron traded him. That's what I'm saying.
No, D Rose washed that. During that little frame, he's washed.
Okay.
Who was he playing behind? Kyrie Irving?
Nah.
No.
Was it the year Kyrie Irving?
George Hill, nigga.
George Hill.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. My fault.
George Hill. Come on now.
That nigga Russ is fucking his ass.
Man, he's bad.
Niggas be slobbering on his cock. Niggas suck, bro.
Okay,
fuck, you get triple doubles. Niggas want to stand triple doubles.
Hey,
show me a winning percentage, cause I want to see winning percentages. What is the game? What is NBA basketball supposed to be about? Championships, winning basketball. Nigga ain't. What does he do?
How many championships does Derrick Rose have then?
That's irrelevant. He makes his team better.
I don't know if he has more wins.
Change the subject. Hold on.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying championship and making his team win and be better.
Okay.
That Russ doesn't make his teams better.
Did he do that with the Cavs? Who was he on after the Cavs when they let him go?
The Minnesota.
No, he was in Detroit too.
That's when he
Wasn't
was coming back. No,
Okay.
he was at
he?
Detroit.
He scored that 50. He had that 50 ball
got
in
traded
Minnesota, didn't
15
he?
times.
Okay, that's 50 ball.
No, I'm just
one
asking.
game.
He had that 50 ball.
It's one game.
Hey, but guess what? They won the game.
No, but that,
Russ.
You talking about a
No, but
game
guess
now.
what? Russ had 50. Niggas lost by 20.
He said a game.
Russ had 4 triple doubles last week.
D-Rose did make this next team better.
This Knicks team. Okay, I'm talking about again that gap that y'all we talking about Chicago
like
and
Russ's
Knicks.
gap. Like Russ's gap. I'm just asking.
Has he been more effective?
DJ, just you really think Russ makes his team better?
No,
Yes.
Russ does make his
Exactly.
team better.
What are
It's
you
just
talking
not. It's
about?
just not like.
It's not the level
It's
of
significant.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
It's
It's
not,
not
yeah.
significant. That's irrelevant.
It's not a
fucking
CP3
irrelevant.
effect. Essentially,
That nigga be they were 10 seed last year, now they're 8 seed. Who gives a fuck?
Okay,
The
so
fuck?
when we're talking about
They won
my
3
thing is
more
this.
games.
When you talk about Chris Paul, yes, he's going to be one of the top maybe 5 point guards all time. Good, but
so
when
good.
he's talking about damn Derrick Rose, my thing is that gap. You want to talk about Russell Westbrook from here to there. Derrick Rose from when he went to the fucking Bulls until now. I'm talking about that Minnesota Detroit
Yeah.
Cavaliers gap that niggas just conveniently forgetting.
He was trash.
Whenever it's okay.
he was
so
hurt a
thank
lot
you.
of that too.
Yeah,
though.
he didn't get hurt at all, apparently. Fuck. Russell
Okay.
Westbrook ain't did shit. He's fucking pathetic.
Alex, he's led the league multiple times triple doubles. That's a big thing no matter what.
Great.
And then his
And
team.
assists.
That's amazing.
And assists,
And-
yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Carmelo got a bunch of scoring titles. Awesome.
Oh, okay,
What the fuck you got to show for it?
that's true.
That is true.
On
That's
Melo.
what the
On
fuck
As
Melo.
a
you got to
sport,
show for it.
that's
Now,
the
Russ-
only thing he does.
Now, the only thing about Russ is he either got to leave to save the rest of his career, so he can win again, or it's over with.
That nigga got to retire.
That's fine.
Because and
If
it
he-
just sucks. That's what sucks about it. Now, if he goes to LA, that'll save his career.
I don't think it will.
And if he does, I'm just saying if he does. If he goes to LA, the Clippers, somebody where they can compete now, cool. But if he stays in Washington, it's over with.
They need to look, bro. They need to get Michael Jordan come back. See if they get that nigga back in some shorts and some shoes.
Obviously, Russ can do well with a couple good pieces. He did well with KD and James Harden, and realize James Harden didn't even start at the time. Hodges always tells me all the time, like he played with 2 guys you didn't even have to guard on offense. Kendrick Perkins and Cephalosha were so bad they could just close the lane, and them 3 would have to work. So Russ, like if you look at Russ, he really didn't have to play with other great pieces. He had the greatest player. So that's what makes it hard for me when it comes to him and CP3. CP3 never played with nobody like Kevin Durant. But Russ never played with a team like CP3's team.
My whole point is,
That's just the reality.
I give a fuck about any of all that, bro. I don't care.
And
What I
that's
hear,
fine.
he
But
scored 50. He got triple double. Nigga throwing up Nipsey and shit. Next game, lose.
Did he not just bring up 50 from Derrick
Yeah.
Rose?
But that niggas won the game. The nigga would put up 50 and lose. I watched it in
game.
person,
A
nigga.
game,
I was
Alex.
there,
All
nigga.
right, here's
I was in the
question,
arena.
though. If you put Russell in his prime on those Clippers teams, how far do they go?
I don't think that's as good.
Russ had a prime?
Okay.
Okay, now
I'm trying to figure out when the fuck it was.
Episode over with.
I'm trying to figure out when nigga had a prime.
Episode over with, bro.
Fuck. MVP year, them niggas did nothing in the
we
playoffs.
gotta end
Give a
this.
fuck about that nigga,
You're
bro.
spazzing
If somebody know that nigga personally, send me that nigga number, bro. I'll tell that
Y'all
nigga
see
what
how
have you
this is
done.
going? It's
The fuck's
episode
wrong with
12,
that
man,
nigga?
of the Front of the Jump podcast. Y'all fuck with us, man.